Welcome back. The fighting in the Middle East is raising the price at the pump, and as that's happening, Senator Richard Blumenthal is trying to get some relief at the federal level. He introduced the Gas Prices Relief Act in Washington, D.C. this week. It would pause the 18-cent federal gas tax through October 1st. The Secretary of the Treasury would also monitor prices to ensure the tax suspension was benefiting consumers and not oil companies.
Consumers deserve relief. They're hard-pressed. And these kinds of actions are the least we can do.
In Connecticut, gas prices have risen roughly 60 cents per gallon in just a month, and the national gas price average is about 10 cents higher than the state's average. But it's not just gas prices that are going up. Andrew Rowan is here with more on the impact of the war on your wallet.
We can't talk about economic prices without looking at the cost of diesel. Look at these numbers. We hit $5 a gallon in Connecticut for diesel yesterday, and that shot up quickly from a month ago. You can see it was $3.98, and that has huge implications across our economy. This is the economic fallout that experts are worried about. You have obvious things like shipping costs and energy prices. Then you also have stuff like jet fuel up 58% just in the past week, and that's really closely tied to what we pay for airfare. It also impacts things like grocery prices, and that is because of fertilizer supply. Listen to the American Farm Bureau Federation.
If this is not resolved soon, we will see a yield reduction. We will see a shift in acreage, and as a result of that, we'll see the knock-on price effects, higher corn prices, potentially different prices for other crops.
Now, as far as the price of crude oil, it has been creeping up to $100 per barrel, and it's hit it a few times. That is the highest since 2022. This is when Russia invaded Ukraine, and the price has remained high even though the U.S. and other countries have announced they are going to strategically tap their oil reserves. I asked a Connecticut college professor, why is that not having an impact? Take a listen.
We've said it will take us 4 months to release the whole amount. So I think it doesn't make that much of a difference in the market right now. I believe the market is completely driven by their read of how long this war will last and how permanent, therefore, the damage will be.
Something to keep in mind, food and fuel are big players in creating inflation, and that is really dependent on what is happening in the Strait of Hormuz, because this is where 20% of the world's oil supply goes through. And all of these little dots here on the screen, that is ship traffic that is at a standstill. So something we're going to be following. All of this is happening in a midterm year, and this administration is very, very closely following the price you pay for everything, including food and fuel. And that professor was saying the longer this war drags on, the longer those higher prices are going to be baked in the system. Back to you.